Welcome to this channel, Indian Famous Hindu Temples. Today we are talking about another Jyotirlinga, the 7th Jyotirlinga of Dwadash Jyotirlinga, Vishwanath Temple. Or Kashi Vishwanath DJM. Kashi Vishwanath Temple, Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. The Kashi Vishwanath Temple is a well-known Hindu temple that is dedicated to Lord Shiva. It is in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh, India, in Vishwanath Gali. One of the 12 Jyotirlingas, the most sacred Shiva temples, is located on the western bank of the holy Ganga. The names Shri Vishwanath and Vishweshwara, which mean Lord of the Universe, are used to refer to the primary deity. In ancient times, Varanasi was referred to as Kashi, which means shining, and as a result, the temple is commonly known as Kashi Vishwanath Temple. Hindu scriptures consider the temple to be an essential component of Shaiva culture's worship. The Muslim rulers had demolished it multiple times, most recently by Aurangzeb, who built the Jayanvapi Mosque on its site. The Maratha ruler Ahilyabai Holkar of Indore constructed the current structure in 1780 on a site adjacent to it. The Uttar Pradesh government has been in charge of running the temple since 1983. Legends. According to the Shiva Purana, Brahma, the Hindu god of creation, and Vishnu, the Hindu god of preservation, argued over who ruled supremely at one point. Shiva created the Jyotirlinga, a massive and never-ending pillar of light, to test them. Brahma took on the form of a swan to fly to the top of the pillar, while Vishnu took on the form of a boar to see who was more powerful. Offering a ketuki flower as evidence, Brahma lied out of arrogance that he had discovered the outcome. Vishnu admitted modestly that he was unable to locate the bottom. Shiva then assumed the vengeful form of Bhairava, severed Brahma's fifth head, and swore that he would not be worshipped. Because of his honesty, Vishnu would have his own temples and be worshipped in the same way as Shiva. An ancient Axis Mundi symbol, the Jyotirlinga depicts the supreme formless, nirguna, reality at the center of creation, from which the form of Shiva, Saguna, emerges. Thus, the Jyotirlinga shrines are locations where Shiva appeared as a fiery light column. Jyotirlingas are not to be confused with the 64 Shiva forms. The presiding deity of each of the 12 Jyotirlinga sites is referred to by its name, and each is thought to be a distinct manifestation of Shiva. The Stamba pillar, which is a representation of Shiva's infinite nature, is the primary image at all of these locations. Somnath in Gujarat, Mullikarjuna in Srisailam in Andhra Pradesh, Mahakaleshwar in Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh, Omkareshwar in Madhya Pradesh, Kedarnath in Uttarakhand, Bhimashankar near Pune in Maharashtra, Vishwanath in Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh, Triambakeshwar in Maharashtra, Vaidyanath Jyotirlinga at Deoghar in Jharkhand, Nateswar at Dwarka in Gujarat, Rameshwar at Rameswaram in Tamil Nadu and Krishneshwar at Aurangabad in Maharashtra. A Shakti Pitha, a sacred place of worship for the Shaktism sect, is located on the banks of the Ganges near the Kashi Vishwanath Temple. Shaivite literature's Daksha Yagna, which tells the story of how Shakti Pithas came to be, is regarded as significant. According to legend, Lord Vishweshwara is Varanasi's king, ruling over all the other deities and the city's inhabitants as well as the 50-mile Panchkosi road circuit, which is considered to be the city's sacred boundary. History. According to Madhuri Desai, accounts of the temple's history revolve around a series of repeated demolitions and reconstructions. The lingam's timeless nature is explained to visitors to the current Kashi Vishwanath Temple. Classical and ancient times. The temple is mentioned in the Puranas, including in the Skanda Purana's Kashi Khanda section. Maratha and British-era elevation of the current structure of the temple. The Maharaja of Jaipur ordered a survey of the area around the site in 1750 with the intention of purchasing land for the Kashi Vishwanath Temple's reconstruction. However, he was unable to carry out his plan to rebuild the temple. Ahilyabai Holkar, Mohar Rao's spouse's daughter, rebuilt the current temple next to the mosque in 1780. In the Ganvapi precinct, Baizabai, the widow of Maratha ruler Dulab Rao Scindia of Gwalior state, constructed a low-roofed colonnade with more than 40 pillars in 1828. The God's Jayanvapi Wells boundary and other nearby temples were built between 1833 and 1840. The temple's operations are generously supported by numerous noble families and prior establishments from various Indian subcontinental kingdoms. On behalf of his wife, Maharani Datar Kaur, Maharaja Ranjit Singh of the Sikh Empire donated 1 ton of gold in 1835 to plat the dome of the temple. Raghuji Bhosle III of Nagpur gave the temple silver in 1841. The east of the colonnade is a 7-foot-tall stone statue of Nandi, gifted by the Rana of Nepal in the 1860s. Post-independence. After the Babri Masjid was demolished in December 1992, the ensuing deadly riots caused the Mashringar Gauri Temple, which is located on the western side of the disputed Jayanvapi Mosque, to restrict the puja there. 5 Hindu women applied to the local court in Varanasi in August 2021 for permission to pray at the Mashringar Gauri Temple. Narendra Modi started the Kashi Vishwanath Corridor project in 2019 to make it easier to get to the temple from the Ganges River and create more room to avoid crowding. Modi held a sacred ceremony to officially open the corridor on December 13, 2021. According to a government press release, approximately 1,400 people and businesses in the corridor's area were relocated and compensated. It also stated that more than 40 ancient temples, including the Gangeshwar Mahadev Temple, Manakameshwar Mahadev Temple, Javanayak Temple, and Shri Kumbha Mahadev Temple, were discovered and rebuilt. After an anonymous South Indian donor gave the temple 60 kilograms of gold, the Sanctum Sanctorum was gold-plated in February 2022. Design of the temple. The Vishwanath Gali, a narrow lane near the river, is home to a number of smaller shrines that make up the temple complex. The main deity's linga, which is housed in a silver altar, is 60 centimeters, 24 inches, tall and 90 centimeters, 35 inches, wide. The main temple is a quadrangle with shrines to other gods surrounding it. Within the complex, there are a number of small temples dedicated to Kalabhairava, Kartikeya, Avmukteshwara, Vishnu, Ganesha, Shani, Shiva, and Parvati. The Jnanavapi, also spelled Ganvapi, or the Wisdom Well, is a small well in the temple. The Jyotirlinga was hidden in the Jnanavapi well to protect it during the Mughal invasion, which took place to the north of the main temple. The Jyotirlinga is said to have been shielded from intruders by the temple's main priest jumping into the well with the lingam. The inner Garbhagriha, or Sanctum Sanctorum, can be accessed via a Savagriha, or congregation hall. A dark brown stone known as the Venerable Jyotirlinga is enshrined in the sanctum on a silver platform. There are 3 parts to the mandir structure. The first comprises the temple spire. The second is a gold dome, and the third is a gold spire with a flag and a trident atop the sanctum. About 3,000 people visit the Kashi Vishwanath Temple every day. The total number sometimes reaches 1 million or more. The gold onion dome and 15.5-meter-tall gold spire of the temple are notable features. In 1835, Maharaja Ranjit Singh gave 3 pure gold domes, 1 for each dome. Along the Ganges River, the Sri Kashi Vishwanath Dam corridor was built to provide pilgrims with a variety of amenities between the Kashi Vishwanath Temple and Manikarnika Ghat. Importance. Varanasi is regarded as one of the holiest Hindu cities because it is situated on the Ganges River. Most people agree that the Kashi Vishwanath Temple is one of the most important Hindu places of worship. The Jyotirlinga of Shiva, Vishweshwara, or Vishwanath can be found inside the Kashi Vishwanath Temple. The Vishweshwara Jyotirlinga plays a very special and one-of-a-kind role in India's spiritual past. Adi Shankaracharya, Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Swami Vivekananda, Bhamikyapa, Goswami Tulsidas, Swami Dayananda Sarasvati, Satya Sai Baba, Yogiji Maharaj, Pramukh Swami Maharaj, Mahant Swami Maharaj, and Guru Nanak are among the prominent saints who have visited the location. One way that is believed to lead to moksha or liberation is to visit the temple and take a bath in the Ganges. As a result, Hindus from all over the world make an effort to visit the location at least once in their lives. After a pilgrimage to the temple, it is also a tradition to give up at least one desire. The pilgrimage would also include a stop at the temple in Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu, in southern India, where people take water samples from the Ganges to pray at the temple and bring back sand from the area. Hundreds of temples in India have been constructed in the same architectural style as Kashi Vishwanath Temple due to the temple's immense popularity and holy status. According to numerous legends, the true devotee is liberated from samsara and death through worship of Shiva. Shiva's devotees are said to be taken directly to his abode on Mount Kailash by his messengers, not to Yama, when they die. It is also stated that Shiva is superior and has triumphed over his own nature. Shiva is himself associated with death. There is a widespread belief that when people die naturally at the Vishwanath Temple, Shiva himself speaks the mantra of salvation into their ears.